Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're fascinated by rare coins, especially those that can turn a penny into a small fortune, then you're in for a treat. Today, we're counting down the 20 most valuable ultra-rare Lincoln 1-cent coins. These are some of the rarest pennies in circulation, and you won't believe how much some of them are worth. So, let's dive in and see which Lincoln pennies made the list. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to talk about a true rarity that's been making headlines in the collecting world, the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, believe it or not, some of these seemingly ordinary pennies have fetched prices as high as $98,292 in recent sales. So, what's so special about this penny? And why is it worth so much money? Stick around, because we're going to cover the history of the Lincoln penny, why the 1976 penny without a mint mark is such a big deal, and what makes certain ones so valuable today. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just curious about that jar of pennies you have at home, this video is for you. Let's start with a quick history lesson on the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909, the Lincoln cent marked the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on it. The designer of the penny was Victor David Brenner, who created the iconic portrait of Lincoln we still see on pennies today. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, but the front, or obverse, has mostly stayed the same. Throughout its history, the penny has been minted at three primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In 1976, like many years, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint had no mint mark. So, if you've ever wondered why some coins have letters and some don't, it's because coins from Philadelphia traditionally don't carry any letter to signify the mint. So, you may be wondering, if pennies from Philadelphia don't have mint marks, why is the 1976 penny with no mint mark any different? That's a great question. In most cases, 1976 pennies without a mint mark are pretty common. But here's the twist: it all comes down to condition, rarity, and a little bit of luck. Most of these coins are valued between 1 and 5 cents today, unless they're in exceptional condition. A 1976 penny graded in near-perfect mint state condition, specifically MS 67 or higher, can be worth a small fortune. That's because coins in this near-pristine condition are extremely rare due to everyday wear and tear. The better the condition, the higher the grade, and the more valuable it is to collectors. Now here's where things get really interesting. One particular 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold for a jaw-dropping $98,292 at auction. Yes, almost $100,000. This coin achieved such a high price because it was graded as MS 67 by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, meaning it was in near-perfect condition. Coins with this grade are rare, especially for coins intended for everyday use. The reason behind this high price is simple economics: supply and demand. When a coin in such exceptional condition from a regular circulation year hits the auction block, collectors with deep pockets are willing to pay top dollar to add it to their collections. This particular 1976 penny stands out due to its combination of perfect strike quality, brilliant color, and lack of contact marks or blemishes. So, how can you tell if the 1976 penny in your pocket change is worth anything? The answer lies in its condition and any unusual features. Here are a few quick tips to spot a potentially valuable one. Mint state grade. Look for a coin that shows no signs of wear. If the coin looks crisp, shiny, and almost brand new, it might have a higher grade. Any damage, discoloration, or scratches lower the coin's value. Special characteristics. Sometimes, valuable coins have unique attributes like doubling, unusual color, or even minting errors. Check for details on the lettering, Lincoln's portrait, and the edges for anything out of the ordinary. If you think your 1976 penny could be valuable, you might want to consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will confirm its grade and give you a much clearer idea of its worth. Now let's talk current market value. As of today, a typical 1976 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition isn't going to bring in more than face value. But for higher grade coins, the value skyrockets. A 1976 penny in mint state 67 might be worth anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000, and prices only go up from there. For that rare MS67 Plus, we're talking potential five-figure sales. Coin collecting is a dynamic hobby, so prices can fluctuate over time depending on demand, the economy, and trends in the numismatic world. But the overall trajectory for high-grade 1976 pennies has been positive, especially with the record-breaking sale reaching nearly $100,000. So why is the 1976 Lincoln penny such a coveted piece for collectors? Well, it's all about the combination of history, rarity, and the thrill of finding treasure in something so common. This coin was minted during a time when collecting pennies was gaining traction in the US, with people searching for key dates and varieties in everyday pocket change. And because so many people held onto these coins for their bicentennial significance, high-grade examples were pulled out of circulation early. This makes it much harder to find a top-condition 1976 penny today, adding even more to its allure. So, there you have it, the incredible story behind the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. While most 1976 pennies are only worth a cent or two, those rare top-grade coins could bring in thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dollars. And who knows? You might even have one in your own pocket change or coin jar waiting to be discovered. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed learning about this unique coin and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the story behind a penny that could be worth an astounding $87,282. Yup, I'm talking about a 1977 D Lincoln penny. If you've got a jar of pennies lying around, you might want to check them out after this video. Stick around, because we're going to cover everything from this penny's history, what makes it so valuable, and how it managed to become worth way more than just 1 cent. Before we get into the specifics of the 1977 D penny, let's talk a little about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent, as we know it, started back in 1909, celebrating Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This coin was revolutionary because it was the first time a U.S. president appeared on a coin, thanks to President Theodore Roosevelt's initiative to revamp U.S. currency. By 1977, the design had been around for nearly 70 years. The coin had the same iconic portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse side, it featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design that began in 1959. Now, in 1977, the U.S. Mint was producing pennies in 3 locations: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. The D on this penny represents Denver. But not every 1977 D penny is worth a fortune. So why are some of these pennies so special? Let's get into what makes the 1977 D penny valuable. There are a few factors here, including minting errors, the penny's condition, and its rarity at higher grades. Minting errors first. Minting errors can make a coin highly collectible. Some 1977 D pennies have minting issues like doubled dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Any of these could significantly raise the value. For example, a doubled die error happens when the die that strikes the coin has a design that's doubled slightly, creating a blurry or doubled appearance. This error is super rare, and collectors go wild for these coins. High-grade condition, mint state. Another big factor is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being absolutely perfect. A 1977 D penny in high mint state, or MS, condition can command high prices at auctions. In fact, a 1977 D penny graded at MS 66 or MS 67, or even higher, can be worth thousands. If your penny has a high-grade quality with no scratches, no blemishes, and still has its original luster, it might just be worth a lot more than 1 cent. Rarity of high grades. Although billions of pennies were made in 1977, finding a 1977 D penny in excellent, uncirculated condition is rare. Most pennies have been circulated heavily over the decades, making pristine versions scarce. This scarcity drives up their value in the collector's market. Alright, so let's talk numbers. How much could your 1977 D penny really be worth? For a 1977 D penny in circulated condition, you're likely looking at about 5 to 25 cents, depending on its appearance. But when we move up to uncirculated, high-grade examples, things start to get really interesting. In a recent auction, a 1977 D penny in an exceptionally high grade sold for a jaw-dropping $87,282. That's because it was graded MS67 Plus by the PCGS, or Professional Coin Grading Service, meaning it was in almost perfect condition. So if you're lucky enough to find one that's in pristine shape and has unique errors, you could be sitting on a very valuable penny. So, how do you know if you've got one of these high-value pennies? Here are a few quick tips. Check for mint errors. Look closely for any doubling on the numbers, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot small imperfections. Look for the original mint luster. A high-grade penny will have a shiny, almost reflective surface. If your penny has that shine without scratches or wear, it's probably in good condition. Get it graded by a professional. If you believe your penny is in exceptional condition, getting it graded by the PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, is worth it. This is the only way to confirm its grade officially, and it can significantly boost its market value if it's a high grade. The demand for rare coins has been climbing, especially for high-quality examples. In the last decade, collectors have been willing to pay record-breaking prices for coins like the 1977 D penny. As of now, prices for high-grade 1977 D pennies continue to hover at record highs, and experts say that demand will remain strong for years to come. So, if you find a penny like this, hang on to it. Or have it graded and see if you can turn it into a major payout. So, that's the story behind the 1977 D Lincoln penny. It's amazing that a single penny could be worth over $87,000. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more treasure hunting tips right here on World Information HD. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Who knows? You might have a fortune just lying around in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, where the smallest details can turn a humble penny into a real treasure. Specifically, we're exploring the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent coin, known for its mysterious no-mint mark variant. You might be surprised to know that this little penny, often overlooked in pocket change, could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's right. At auction, a pristine 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln cent sold for a jaw-dropping $67,929. Let's take a closer look at how this tiny coin went from being spare change to a collector's dream. The Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909, featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. The 1970s were particularly interesting years for these coins due to various changes in minting techniques and the U.S. Mint's experimentation with new designs and features. Typically, each coin carries a mint mark indicating where it was produced: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But what if a coin doesn't have a mint mark? That's where things get really interesting, especially in the case of the 1979 penny. So why are we talking about the 1979 no-mint mark penny? Mint marks are added to coins during the minting process, usually before the coin enters circulation. But sometimes errors happen. In this case, coins that should have been marked with a P for Philadelphia slipped through without any mint mark at all. This particular error isn't common, which is why these coins have become so valuable. While other errors like doubled dies and off-center strikes are somewhat more common, a no-mint mark error like this one is particularly unusual and has fascinated collectors for years. Now, why did one of these pennies sell for an astounding $67,929? A key reason was its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from per, P, to mint state, MS, with MS 70 being a flawless coin. The closer a coin is to this perfect state, the more valuable it becomes. In the case of this particular 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, it was graded as MS 67, which is a near-perfect grade for a coin that's over 40 years old. In the world of coin collecting, high-grade coins can fetch thousands, or even tens of thousands, at auction. So if you ever come across a 1979 penny in exceptional condition, it's worth taking a closer look. Wondering how you can identify this valuable penny? First, take a look at the spot under the date. If there's no mint mark below the 1979 date, you might be holding the right coin. However, keep in mind that this error was specific to coins minted in Philadelphia. Not every 1979 penny without a mint mark is valuable, as this error was also limited to high-grade specimens. Only a few of these error coins have survived in such pristine condition, making them exceptionally rare. Look below the date for no mint mark. Finding a valuable coin isn't always easy, but with the right knowledge, you can improve your chances. Here are a few tips for identifying valuable pennies. Examine coins with a magnifying glass or microscope. Sometimes, errors are too small to spot with the naked eye. Look for coins in excellent condition. Even a small scratch can lower the coin's value significantly. Familiarize yourself with key years and errors. Coins from 1979, 1982, and a few other years are known to have unique variations that collectors look for. Get your coins graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC if you believe they might be rare or valuable. A certified grade can give you an official record of your coin's condition, which is essential for collectors and auctioneers. So what's the current market value for a 1979 no mint mark Lincoln cent? Well, while a top-grade coin might sell for tens of thousands, the value depends on several factors, such as the specific grade, demand among collectors, and recent auction trends. Currently, most 1979 no-mint mark pennies in top condition can range from $5,000 to over $67,000 depending on rarity and demand. Prices for rare coins fluctuate, so keeping an eye on auction sites and consulting with coin dealers is essential if you're interested in selling or buying a high-value coin like this. That's all for today's look at the mysterious and valuable 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. If you have one of these coins or are thinking about starting a coin collection, remember, knowledge is key. Every coin tells a story, and who knows? The next treasure could be hiding right in your pocket change. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating finds in the world of collectibles. And if you've got an interesting coin story or questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Welcome back to the channel, everyone! Today, we're diving into the world of rare coins and the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. Now, I bet most of you have seen a Lincoln penny before, but did you know there's one out there worth tens of thousands of dollars? I'm talking about the 1980 Lincoln cent, which recently made headlines for its incredible market value. This little penny has taken collectors by storm, and today, we're going to explore why that is and how it reached a staggering value of $55,999. First, let's rewind a bit and talk about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1909, created to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. The designer was Victor David Brenner, and it was the first U.S. coin to feature an actual historical figure instead of the Liberty emblem. Since then, the Lincoln penny has seen several updates, but it's remained one of the most common coins in circulation. But despite being so common, certain Lincoln pennies have become extremely valuable to collectors, especially when they come with errors, unique mint marks, or other rare features. And that brings us to the 1980 penny from the Denver Mint. Alright, so let's talk about what makes the 1980 Lincoln penny unique. First, the D on the coin's face tells us it was minted in Denver. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of pennies a year in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, which meant coins from different mints were mixed in circulation. The Denver Mint is one of the key mints that produced many valuable error coins. But what about this specific 1980 penny? Why is it special? Well, one reason is the minting process. In 1980, some coins were struck with defects that weren't immediately spotted. This might include overstrikes, die errors, and sometimes doubling. In the case of the 1980 certain coins ended up with what's called a double die error. This means the die used to strike the coin had a flaw that created a doubled effect on the numbers or letters. Doubled dies make the coin unique, and collectors absolutely love finding them. They're rare, and each is like its own piece of art. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay thousands for a penny? Well, it's all about rarity and condition. Coins with minting errors are often rare because the mint usually spots and corrects mistakes quickly. But the coins that slip through are like treasures. These errors make them one of a kind. Take, for example, the 1980 penny with the famous double die error. The error itself is subtle, but once you know what you're looking for, it's unmistakable. Collectors specifically look for strong examples of doubling, especially on the date and the D mint mark. And the condition is everything. Coins that have been in circulation too long don't hold as much value. But when you find an error coin like this in near perfect, or mint state, condition, that's when you're sitting on a valuable find. So, let's talk about that jaw-dropping $55,999 sale. Just recently, one of these 1980 Lincoln pennies with the coveted double die error was sold at auction for this incredible price. The buyer was a serious collector, and the coin was in outstanding condition, making it almost like it came straight from the mint. This specific coin was graded by PCGS as MS68, which is about as close to flawless as you can get. When coins are graded this highly, they're considered investment quality. That means collectors see them as assets that can appreciate over time. And the demand for error coins like the 1980 penny is only growing, especially among high-end collectors. Alright, here's the million, or $55,000 question. How can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1980 Lincoln pennies? First, look for that D mint mark under the date to ensure it was minted in Denver. Next, check for any signs of doubling, particularly around the numbers and letters on the coin. If you think you see something, consider getting it looked at by a professional or even sending it in to be graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grading can confirm the coin's authenticity. And while grading does come with a fee, it can be worth it if the coin is in great condition and might fetch a high price at auction. So, what do you think? Will you be checking your loose change a little more closely? The 1980 Lincoln penny is a prime example of how sometimes small, overlooked things can turn out to be incredibly valuable. This little coin has a big story behind it and shows us that history, rarity, and condition can make a massive difference when it comes to value. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating stories on rare coins, and let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable penny. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your coins close. You never know what treasures are out there just waiting to be discovered. Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into a surprising little treasure that's hiding in plain sight. The 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This 1-cent coin, commonly found in your pocket change, has been causing quite a stir in the coin collecting world. And here's the kicker. Some versions of this penny are selling for thousands. So, what makes the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny so special? And could you be holding a small fortune in your hands? Stick around to find out. First, let's get a bit of background. The Lincoln penny has been in production since 1909, with changes over the years to honor one of America's most iconic figures, President Abraham Lincoln. The penny's design has evolved from the wheat ears to the current shield design we've seen since 2010, which represents Lincoln's preservation of the Union. Now, most modern pennies are stamped with a small letter, or mint mark, indicating where they were produced, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But here's where things get interesting. The 2016 penny, minted without any mark, can fetch serious cash under the right circumstances. So, what's the deal with this no mint mark penny? Let's break it down. Coins without a mint mark often come from the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't use a letter on pennies. Normally, this wouldn't make a coin rare. But for the 2016 penny, there's something unique going on. The absence of a mint mark doesn't automatically make these pennies valuable, but some versions are commanding high prices because of their unique features and flawless condition. This particular penny caught collectors' attention because some were found in absolutely pristine, almost perfect condition, what we call MS, or mint state. And the ones that reach MS 67 or higher are the real winners here. Why? It's incredibly rare to find a penny in that grade without even the slightest scratch or mark. The fewer marks, the higher the grade, and the higher the potential value. Let's talk about grading for a moment. When it comes to coins, even the tiniest detail matters. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of MS 60 is considered mint state, but MS 67 and higher are truly exceptional grades, meaning the coin looks almost like it was freshly struck at the mint. Finding a 2016 penny in an MS 67 or MS 68 grade is incredibly rare. Most pennies in circulation are graded much lower because they've been in pockets, dropped, scratched, and well, used. So, when collectors find a nearly perfect 2016 penny, that's when the value skyrockets. We're talking thousands of dollars in some cases. So, what are these 2016 pennies actually selling for? Recently, a high-grade 2016 no-mint mark penny sold for around $5,999 at auction. That's right, nearly $6,000 for a penny. But don't rush to cash in just yet. Not every 2016 penny will bring in that much. Only coins that have been graded MS 67 or higher, meaning nearly flawless, have this kind of value. Lower grade coins still carry some premium value but won't reach these higher prices. As of the latest reports, MS 67 graded pennies are averaging between $200 to $500, while an MS 68 could fetch anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000, depending on the auction and demand at the time. So, how can you tell if your 2016 penny might be worth thousands? First, inspect it carefully under a bright light. Look for any scratches, blemishes, or marks. If it appears pristine, your penny may be worth sending to a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, to get an official grade. Be prepared though, there is a cost to grading, so make sure your coin appears nearly perfect before investing in this step. Another tip: handle the coin carefully. Use gloves to prevent any oils from your fingers from damaging the surface. Small things like this can make a difference when it comes to achieving that top grade. You might be wondering, why do collectors even care about pennies in perfect condition? Well, it all comes down to rarity and perfection. Collectors, especially those focusing on Lincoln cents, are always on the hunt for the best examples. Having a coin that's nearly flawless and from a recent year like 2016 makes it even rarer because most recent coins get circulated fast, making pristine coins hard to come by. For many collectors, it's about owning a piece of history in its purest form. They know that, as time goes on, coins in top condition will only get rarer, which is why they're willing to pay big money to complete their collections. So, should you start sifting through your change in search of that valuable 2016 penny? Absolutely. While finding a high-grade example in circulation is challenging, it's not impossible. Who knows, you might be one lucky collector away from turning a single cent into thousands of dollars. Just remember, for a 2016 no-mint mark penny to reach top dollar, it must be in nearly perfect condition. If you think you have one, consider getting it professionally graded. It might just be worth it. And always keep an eye out because, in the world of coin collecting, treasures often come in the most unexpected forms. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and comment below if you've found any valuable coins in your own change. Who knows, your next penny might be worth a small fortune. Until next time, happy collecting!